Alright, it looks like we've gone live. Oh, of course, it's gonna make me watch a commercial on my own stream. Gotta love that. Hi there, everyone! I'm Stormsong from WBPL 76. Joining me today are Whacker and Andy.
Hello!
And we are continuing our playthrough of 7 Days a Skeptic, the second part in the Chzo Mythos, the sequel to 5 Days a Stranger. So we've already met our friends Trilby, and we are currently playing our friend John Somerset, and we are going to find out about the other guy later. Anyways, welcome all. Let's get to Spoopy. Oh, right, let me share with my co-host so they can see things.
I was about to say, now, ladies and gentlemen, can you guess what Storm forgot to do again?
Oh, yes, and unlike last week, my audio quality should be good because I didn't accidentally switch to my camera mic.
Yay!
You're
It's
professional fucking
well, never mind.
Here.
Yep, bunch of professional
Yeah,
pro
man.
gamers.
Yeah, man.
So, do you remember where we left off, Whacker?
Multiple people have been murdered, and the box has been opened, and I don't remember if they found anything in the box. Also, the first officer is acting very nonchalant about all of this shit.
Mm-hmm. And she has just arrested us.
Oh, that was it. We ended up in the fucking brig.
So that is where we left off. Oh, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be trying to click the game on my OBS read.
Oh god, I hate that when I'm watching somebody play and I try to zoom in and out on their on their screen.
A sturdy, hard plastic towel rail. Basic utilities. Doesn't look very
Ask her
comfy,
to give
but
you her time.
then I don't think they're supposed to. Hello, everyone. Welcome back as we continue our spoopening.
Wait a minute, it's not Halloween.
So remind me, how many people have been murdered at this point? Besides, it was just the captain. Is that it?
The captain and the pilot. We found her, parts of her body, remember, around places?
Oh yeah. Spare parts available.
Mm-hmm.
We found her. We found her tan. Did we find like her torso?
Yes. So, wait, what were you asking, Andy?
He's asking what spare parts are available.
No, I was like, did we find her torso? And you said yes, and I'm like, oh yeah, well yeah.
Yeah, we found her hand and her torso. We did not find her arms, legs, other hand, feet, or head.
Man, I hope Tim isn't part of this crew.
So, if you notice, I just took the towel rack off the wall. Commander? Yes, Doctor? I didn't kill anyone. Whether or not you did is currently immaterial. I told you, this is merely a precautionary measure. I was outside. Oh, what were you saying, Whacker?
No, just keep going. Keep going. It's fine.
And you can explain all that to the investigators.
Yeah, ask when the investigators are going to get here.
If you're truly innocent, the evidence will acquit you. In today's foolproof modern era, wrongful arrest is increasingly unlikely. How much longer till the investigators get here?
Well, wait a minute. You have arrested him, though. You placed him in jail. Isn't this arrest?
Well, yes, but she means like in terms of long-term, like getting charged with something. So we have until Sunday before the investigators get here.
What does she mean? What? Don't click it. But what about the locker? What does that mean?
The box that we brought in that said, "Here lay John Defoe, may he rest for all time."
Yeah, ask about that.
What about the locker? You are becoming obsessed with that article. I've told you before, it was nothing but useless space debris. The murders of 2 crewmen are slightly more of an issue at the moment. But what if there's some connection? And how could there possibly be a connection? It's an empty steel box left to float in space for thousands of years. Are you suggesting the murderer was hiding inside?
Yes. A box that was floating through space for thousands of years with the hope that whoever was inside would rest, and you opened it!
Click the third one. Oh,
Oh,
never
okay.
mind.
This is blatant abuse
It's
of power.
It's fine. It's fine.
I question your use of language, Doctor. You can't imprison people without cause. What are you talking about? You are the prime suspect in the killings. Admittedly, not much evidence, but you are nonetheless. I have acted entirely logically.
While I'm here, the real killer is still loose.
While I'm here, the real killer is still loose. Ah, yes. I forgot you were doing some little investigations of your own.
Little investigations.
Who do you have pinned down for the real killer?
You.
William, the doctor, Adam, the engineer, the captain, who we believe is dead, and other people saw walking around, and I think there's someone else on board.
I'm going to go with option 4.
I think there's someone else on board. How could another person have possibly gotten on board? The internal scanners would have spotted them. What if they weren't a physical being? Doctor, I have no idea what you think you're talking about. Even if non-physical beings existed, they cannot murder corporeal entities.
Like, what if it's a ghost?
Yes. Yes, as Bolo says, never open the box!
What's in the...
Commander, behind you. Counselor, please. Even if I... Angela. This is just a stun gun. I don't know how long that will hold.
Yeah.
Someone walks in and looks and says, "Oh,
I
Colonel." Should have cut him in half.
This okay. Okay. Oh, can you push him in?
The towel rack. So that was a little quicker. Like, the first time I did that, I ran all over the ship before I realized that was an option. So I may have just cut out a little bit of time there.
It's fine. I mean, for the purposes of, like...
It's Yahtzee logic. Yeah, Falkenstein has the right of it. So now we're going to... no, we're not going to accidentally click off the game.
Uh-oh.
I don't know who has the left of it. We found her left hand, so I guess... Angela's dead. Her neck is severely broken.
Don't worry, it's a future. We could fix that.
Also, did anybody else just recognize that soundbite? You know what that's from? It's the Half-Life computer noise.
Yep, it's okay, it's me. I killed him. You killed the captain? Are you sure? Unless he can survive a fall down the reactor pit. Oh, thank Christ. John, you're a guardian angel. That's what you are. Are you coming out of there? No, I've just got some things to sort out in here. I'll meet you on the bridge in about 10 minutes. We can talk about what to do next. So if you guys will remember one thing we confirmed last time, we know via the naming conventions, and this is confirmed in the wiki and answers from the author, that the Doctor is the descendant of the, what's it called? Oh, right,
lady.
of Simone, the journalist from the first game.
Look, Bolo, don't worry about it.
I'm going to a nap.
So yeah, we couldn't find John in engineering. Maybe he's still in the place. Nothing in medical. I doubt anyone's in the game room. He needs to change out of his brown pants then. Yes. I think everyone would have brown pants by this point of the story.
I mean, you got brown pants.
We're part of the Brown Pants Legion. Oh!
Slap Sandy violently. We're the booty short cohort. Get it right. Oh yeah, the bloody machete is still on our table.
Pick up the jam knife.
It's very scrumptious, nutritious.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember where the guy is. We're looking for the engineer right now. Oh, right, we have to use the key card, not just...
I thought he was hiding in his room.
Well, the Doctor was.
Wait, what if he's hiding with the
Oh, no, isn't he in the cafeteria?
Well, we checked a moment ago.
Oh, yeah, he's sucking ketchup packets again.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
ketchup.
No, I remember where he is now. Yeah, there's one place we haven't gone. Yeah, so he's not in here. However...
Whacker, do you think he'll move next to mustard or Tabasco packets?
I'm going to say he's just going to go straight mayo.
That's Lieutenant Adam Gilkenny, my bunkmate and ship's engineer. If you click hands, I'm just going to pretend you didn't suggest that.
I get a bit handsy here, folks.
Which part of the first century is a double strength century? Oh, I get it. You saw him killed? Did it with my own two hands. Why was he after us, John? I have no idea. Come on, get out of there. I'll gather everyone and we'll meet on the bridge.
Yes, everyone.
Okay, John.
The other two people. For one?
Well, bearing in mind that even he who's acting with the calmest head is probably running on pure, adrenaline at this moment.
Yeah.
And just coming down from it. Wait, Rob? Who's Rob?
Trill.
I'll be done any minute.
Andy.
Also, yes.
Andrew.
Remember, kids, if you go on a high-protein diet, get your fiber. Oh!
Andrew.
Is Commander Garrett joining us?
Andrew.
Angela, she was guarding me when it arrived. It killed her. Don't you think we can refer to it as him? I don't know. The point is he's dead now, right? We're all okay, aren't we? I don't know about that either. For some reason, when Barry was on the loose just now, it didn't seem like him. Looked a lot like him. No, I see what John's saying. It looked like Barry, but it wasn't him. Like something was controlling him.
Like a doppelganger.
Let's not forget that Barry is dead. We don't know that. All John saw was a spacesuit, and that disappeared. I mean, the sensors never picked up more than 4 life forms on board, 3 after we lost Angela. Whatever that thing was, it had no life signs. This is getting very disturbing.
You think?
Somehow I doubt it. So the difficulty there with splitting up the voice lines between co-hosts is there's a bit of a delay. For caution's sake, I think we should get off the ship now. Though maybe we could try it. William, isn't there some rule about ship's doctors being given a key to one of the escape pods? Some regulation to do with medical emergencies? Whacker, you're the doctor.
Yes, but surely you don't think it's necessary. It's just 3 days before help arrives.
William, in the last 3 days, half the crew have been wiped out. Andy, you are green. You are the engineer.
Great. Take the pod.
First, we have to fuel it, warm up the engines, and run a systems check. That'll take a few hours.
Then we should all try to get some sleep. We get the hell out of here first thing tomorrow. Like engineering, Scoob! Yes, donate to Angela's drive, or not Angela, the April Art Goob drive. It's almost 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. What the hell is he? I'm just saying that so I don't flip out.
Look, you wait here. I'll go down to his quarters and check on him.
Okay, I'll sit here, just suck on these maple syrup packets I found in the cafeteria.
Old table syrup.
So we are going to save because this game starts to get a lot more violent than the previous one.
No. No.
Hey, at least they don't have bowling ball shoes, Larry Lacker.
No, they do. Actually, I think they're wearing clogs now.
Yep. Clip, clip, plop, plop.
Hey, doctor, I got like this horrible hangnail,
No.
man.
No.
Looks like blood coming out from under William's door.
Oh, boy.
Nobody home.
Yeah, am I dead? I'm dead, aren't I?
And that one is, yeah, that's the airlock pass. So now we remember that there was an override somewhere.
Oh, yes, in the captain's office.
Whacker is getting spooked.
Whacker, you said that you didn't like horror games.
I don't. I'm a giant wuss.
Now, this is a horror game, but
Captain.
Override code to access intership functions or type the menu return to the start of the screen. Now, we had...
Code.
Oh, sorry. We had the code, I believe. So let us exit and see if... Oh, God. I think it was on his desk, if I recall. Doors are locked. Bookshelves.
wait a minute, a book of white magic and black magic. Oh my god, it's Cyclicker.
Okay, so I believe we actually have to, if I recall correctly, we have to actually go through this.
You need a big bag of salt.
Barry, I'm so sorry I forgot it was your birthday on Monday. Happy belated 55th, anyways, Andrew.
Wait,
So
wait.
Andy, if you could pull out a notepad and start keeping track of something.
Ah, shit.
Or Whacker,
Well,
if you could.
only if you do me a favor.
Yes.
If there are any more emails on this system, you have to read it as strong bad.
Oh, Barry, I am so sorry. I forgot it was your your birthday on Monday. Happy belated 55th, anyways, Andrew. Sorry, I can't do a very good strong bad.
Oh, that's okay, strong bad.
You have to read it then that way, Andy, because you're much better at it.
Okay, so...
Okay.
Oh, gosh, I keep hitting the wrong thing.
The email.
Okay,
Maybe if you stopped typing with boxing gloves on, you'd be able to do it, Storm Song.
Indeed. There are no news items. Date. Today is August 1st of 2385.
This seems really convoluted.
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to remember this next part. Digit override code to access innership functions.
I would be like 401 years old.
Right. And email, I believe, was the one.
Check the email. Gotta check the email.
Your birthday was Monday. Today is Friday. So, that means 4 days have passed since his birthday, and if the current date is the 1st, that puts us at June 27th, if I'm correct. 7/28.
30 days has September, April, June, and November.
Okay, so yeah, so it would be 30. So it would be 27, 28, 29, 30, 1st. So,
And
looks at day 5.
2330 2,000
2385. So that would make it... Oh, wait, no, July, not June. And July is 31 days, so it would be 28th. July 28th. 28. 2385. Okay. So, let's try that. Because I vaguely remember this being the code. Oh, except for it's a 6-digit code.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, I know.
2-digit.
Oh, Von Falkenstein, you're just so full of spoilers.
Oh, wait, no, it's not boobies.
It's always boobies!
Okay, so... I feel like I'm jumping the gun on exactly what's going on here. Oh, right. I think we can actually go back to Angela's body for an answer. Wait. I did want to check one thing before we left, because, again, it's been a while since I played this one. The bin... It's empty. Okay.
Zumberg says swordfish. The password is always swordfish.
No, the password is Hunter2.
Okay, so this is where I am going to be a cheater and ask Andy to be ready with the code in case I get frustrated.
Cheater. Pumpkin beater.
What did you say the code was?
So,
No, don't. Just hold on. We'll Google it if Storm gets angerous.
yeah, because I can't remember if there's
It's not
anywhere...
7, 28, 23, 35.
Well, because there was a code we used earlier, but that was for the communications array.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I'm going to make the guess that it's gonna be...
So try day, month, year, because Yahtzee is British and he does stuff the bass.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're right. How could I forget that?
Oh yeah, I was gonna do that.
It's a 6-digit code, so we have to remember that, and I don't believe there's going to be a dash in there. So, Captain, and we come to 28, 7...
7.
Is it 7 or 07?
28,
07.
07.
07, and then what's the year?
85.
What? No, not 85. It's his birth year. What would his birth year?
Oh, and
be?
he's 55, so
30.
30.
There we go. So let's write that down because we're going to need that on hand.
Do you know how to take screenshots, Storm?
Jesus Christ, I was trying to highlight it so I can copy paste.
Okay, it's okay. I got it written down. So we got 280730. That isn't... Well, let's check the error first. I can't remember what that was about.
Error. My name is Error.
So we can withdraw the radio mast for 5 minutes, or we can deactivate residential deck security.
Okay.
Okay, so now we know what we need to know.
Every time we go into this the speed lift, it reminds me of when they were hold on a minute.
Just open the door.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
my!
William,
damn
what have you
ass
done?
here.
Oh my!
There's the access card.
Holy fucking shit!
Get out of here. It's Serena's head. It's still wearing her glasses.
Jesus fucking God! Ugh.
Yahtzee, I think you need a little therapy.
God damn, dude.
We don't need eyes where we're going. So, yeah, that is the case now. Oh yeah, we got Silicon Soul is giving us scared, angry video game nerd. Oh, hi, Mornwelk. So we're on a ship, and there's a murderer on board, and we just found a room full of bodies in what we thought was the doctor's room.
No. We didn't find bodies. We found parts
of bodies.
We found lots and lots of parts.
I didn't think William was capable of such a thing. What other explanation is there? That locker. There was something evil in that locker. I know it. Come off it, John. Right, Andy is this guy. There's nothing in that locker, but...
Nothing.
No, you were going to say something. What was in the box, Adam?
I can't, John.
You opened the box.
I'm so sorry, John. I thought it was weed. I had an awful dream. Something in the box had killed us all. And when I woke up, I was so terrified. I just had to get to look inside the box, make sure it was harmless. I just couldn't keep sleep before I did.
What was in it, Adam?
That's the weird thing. No human remains at all. There was a welding mask, a leather apron, and a machete, and a funny little wooden audio doll.
Oh,
They were lying on top of it all.
To whom it may concern, if you're reading this and the box has been opened, then you must understand that you are in extreme danger. Immediately after reading this, seal the box shut again and flush it back into space. The evil must not be released upon mankind again. At the time of writing, I am an agent of the joint MI5-MI6 operation called Special Talent Project. Details of my post should be on record with the British Secret Services. My real name is classified information by my own request. I am commonly called Trilby. The year 1993, when I was burglar, I was intimately involved with what became known as the Defoe Manor incident. I, along with Simone Taylor, James Fowler, Philip Hardy, and a man called AJ, found ourselves trapped in Defoe Manor at the mercy of a wraith. After 5 days, the deaths of AJ and Hardy, I was able to identify the ghost as Sir Roderick Defoe's retarded son, whom I later named John Defoe for the sake of convenience. I was able to exercise the spirit with the assistance of Taylor and Fowler, and Defoe Manor was destroyed in the fire. I returned to my thieving lifestyle, confident that John Defoe was at peace. In 1995, I was apprehended by the authorities, and in return for amnesty was offered the opportunity to lend my service to the government. I took a post as a field agent in the Special Talent Project. In the early months of 1997, I was brought news that Simone Taylor had been murdered in her home by an assailant wielding a large slashing weapon. Sensing connection, I immediately began my own investigation of the Defoe Manor. It was as I had suspected. Looters and trophy hunters had discovered the idol intact in the ruins of the mansion, and it was constantly changing hands in the antique network. So the idol didn't burn. The idol was a crude African trinket picked up from Sir Roderick. Roderick used it to beat his unwanted son to death. It became the vessel for his confused soul.
Okay.
In the mansion, merely touching the idol would cause a person to become possessed by the wraith, mindlessly murdering everyone they encountered as long as the possession lasted, usually hours. So this exposition dump's kind of heavy because he didn't realize he was going to make what would become the third game, so we're getting a lot of info we'll get from the third game here. Calling in some favors, I had the idol brought to me, heavily sealed in protective casing. Had to be destroyed. Considered burning it, but that seemed too risky. The evil could have remained in the ashes, spread out over a wider area. I realized that mankind would never be safe as long as any trace of John Defoe remained on Earth. Fortunately, an unmanned space probe is to be launched in the September of next year, assigned to explore the outer regions of the solar system.
So why did you make it a full goddamn sized casket?
I have placed all of John Defoe's artifacts in a metal coffin and persuaded NASA to send it off into space with the probe. As soon as I have finished this letter, I will seal it into the coffin and everything else, the package shipped to Cape Canaveral. I remain confident that this will ensure John Defoe remains exiled from the human race for the rest of time. However, the fact that you are reading this and presumably understanding the document indicates that my confidence is misplaced. Please, no matter what year it is or how advanced you believe you are, do not attempt to combat John Defoe. He cannot be destroyed by conventional means or reasoned with on human terms. You must eject him back into space immediately and tell no one of your discovery. The lives of you and everyone you love are at stake. The decision you make now you will have to live with forever. You read the letter? Why didn't you shoot the box back into space?
I didn't think it was for real.
You fucking... Oh my
How
god.
will I have to explain it to the captain?
Jesus.
For God's sake, Adam. Besides,
I didn't touch anything else in the box. I just closed the box, left everything how it was, and went back to bed. Do you really think I caused all this? Yes.
No, Adam,
Yeah,
I don't. Somehow I think the box would have found a way to open it, or get itself open somehow.
What?
Let's just get out of here. Here's the access card.
Where is the idol?
John, run! I didn't do it correctly in time.
Huh.
So we're gonna skip through all that dialogue again.
Yep. You got that.
You peeked out there, Whacker.
I was speed reading, sir.
Oh, okay.
Is this like that guy that gets bitten by the zombie, but he doesn't tell the rest of the group?
In Walking Dead until they like rip his shirt off. Also, it is very important to note NC_Silicone Soul. Traditional Aux greetings.
Indeed.
As for the size of the casket, it has to at least be as long as the machete and as wide as the welding. So.
Okay, that's what I did wrong. I tried to go for the thing and not the lever.
Saturday.
Saturday, 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 Saturday.
Oh boy! Hey doctor, I got this horrible ache in my
Oh,
tooth. Oh
no.
God!
William, what are you doing? How good,
Oh,
you're awake.
good, you're awake. I wanted to be able to apologize.
For what, William?
I'm really sorry about this, John. If there were any other option, you know I'd take it. But he needs you. We're so very nearly finished, and you'd be the last one. You forgive me, right, John?
Of course I forgive you, William.
I'm so glad. What? No. Storm.
The straps seem to have loosened a tad, although not too much.
Storm.
This is what happens if, like, Spara ever got a medical license. I did this just so I could take pictures and send it to my friends.
Dr. Taylor? Yes, Dr.
Yes, Dr. Somerset.
Which one am I asking?
You pick. I'm just reading.
Who are you doing this for, William?
The man from the box. He's been alone in space for so long. All he wants is a body to occupy. I said I would make one for him. Oh, God.
How will you explain this to the investigators?
He says the investigators won't be a problem. I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Oh, and Silicone Soul says traditional Aux machete attack.
Yeah.
Could you undo these straps, please? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No, if I did that, you would run away. And he wouldn't like that. I require your precious parts.
Jeepers, creepers, where'd you get them peepers?
No, you've got him all wrong. He won't hurt me. And he promised he'd make my bad dreams go away. Okay.
What did you do to the escape pods?
Oh, that was easy enough. I jettisoned and blocked the docking clamp sensor so the ship thought it was still there. I couldn't let the two of you leave here when I still needed you.
Snap out of it, Doctor.
Snap out of what? I'm doing exactly what I should be doing.
Notice what's next to the body.
What? Oh,
The idol.
Yeah, the wooden idol thing.
Mm-hmm.
But where else would I go? I didn't like either of those bodies. They were too weak. So I'm building a better one from the park. I feel dirty saying this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You've been in the auxiliary BPL long enough.
Andrew.
Putting together in his quarters, and it's almost complete. So our free hand, we've just taken the scalpel that he put on the table.
Come on, Tifa, do it before you get gas. quick day.
Sunday.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Watch out as a mass murderer goes around and chopping people up.
I'll laugh in this out. I'm the only one left, all because we just had to bring that box aboard. EFS Charisma will be here soon. I'm not sure what will be there to greet them. There must be something I can do. Something other than sitting, waiting to be killed.
I don't understand why destroying the idol won't work.
Well, Trilby... Okay, we'll get to that in a second. What did he do to you?
Eyeballs, my eyeballs, didn't he? Stabbed me right through. You're roaming the ship looking for more people. I'm so sorry, John.
You were under his influence. You weren't acting under your own direction.
Also, the music is really loud.
Let's amend that.
Guess I made a hash of my first.
Jesus. Yeah, you kind of did there, bud.
Yeah, sorry, let me get the volume turned down because damn if I ain't loud. Wasn't your fault, William. We have to find a way to destroy him, John. Before the others arrive. Before he's let loose on the Federation. What can I do? Take my stun gun. It's got a few shots left. If you could lure him outside the ship, you could. I could what? Radio.
I'm dead.
Rest in peace, Dr. Taylor. So now we are going to save because...
And then he proceeds to shit himself.
I mean, you're not wrong.
If only the Ghostbusters existed in this universe.
You think you can hear footsteps.
Get her. That's your plan.
Thank you, Von Falkenstein.
Oh, withdraw the. Okay, so now you got 5 minutes to like. Oh, I get it. You're gonna have to like lure him over them. Also, the music is still pretty loud.
I do not know how I can... Okay, you know what? I think I know how to fix that. Give me 1 second. I do not know why it does that.
It's because it's a naughty boy.
Yeah, sorry, 1 second. It's gonna... I adjusted it down and then it auto-adjusts itself back. So I think I need to do this. Okay, we're gonna try that.
Oh God, not the nipples! Ow!
Upsetting.
And drop. Don't you have to zap him again?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay.
that.
That
We
was...
didn't say hug him. We said zap him.
Okay, so... Yeah, so that's one of the hard parts here. That's why we saved. So, well, is the option... Oh, it is in this one. No, we do not want to quit. We want... Oh, there it is.
Music. The music is way. Yeah.
There we go. Life is good forever.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Zappy zap.
Oh, well, it just froze now, because this is, Okay.
Game crash?
Yeah, the game crashed because I accidentally selected out while two things loaded at the same time. So 1 second while we fix my screw-up.
Whoopsie doodles. Little whoopsie doodles.
So, Whacker, how's your day?
It's fine, Andy. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing just scrum-dum-yumpulix.
You're doing what?
I said scrum-dum-yumpulus.
Andrew.
What?
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing all right. Storm,
Yes?
don't forget to share.
Oh, right, because that whole thing. Gotta love it. And let's turn that music back down, because that was a thing.
Blue is telling me I'm old.
I mean, you are.
Also, I am very happy to announce that as of very late last night, I once again have hot water. Did it crash again?
Yeah, this is weird. 1 second while I...
Music, because it happens every time you change the music.
No, I don't think that's what's wrong.
Because Whacker is... Oh!
See if I can save the music setting as well. Okay, it was because I clicked away during the thing, I think, so I think once the game's loaded, I should try not to click around.
Well, this is kind of a clicking game. Just
It's a point and click game, but I'd rather point and laugh.
and row.
Yeah. It's funny he can at least. Oh God.
Yeah, so, like I said, independent games programmed 20 years ago.
It's the slap chop. You're gonna love it.
Okay, we're gonna save here because I don't want to do this part again.
Why not?
Oh God, I can hear footsteps. Oh God.
Yuck yourself. Oh shit.
Oh, wait, right, no, I have to do this trick first. This part is... I'm gonna save here, because, again, this game is a little jank at times. We're remaining in the suit. Oh my god, I can't believe that. Okay, 1 second.
What do you have to do?
I have to draw him in here.
Oh shit! And then you got to get like changed turbo fast.
I think so, if I'm remembering this correctly. Right, I can't shoot him. I have to draw him into this room and not shoot him.
You probably just keep re-entering the room. All right, she's here.
Do you have to go all the way back up and find him again?
No, I just need to go until it says I can hear footsteps and wait for him to come into the room. So I did that one wrong. That one's there. There we go.
Ow! Catch
Says you
just
can't
ran up.
stun him.
Yeah.
Sorry, cat just ran up and punched me.
Don't you have to wait for him to come in?
Yeah.
Come on there, Dingledorf. There he is.
You're still alive? What are you? Wait, are you waiting? Or what are you waiting for?
Nice.
He drops the idol.
Can you pick it up without...
Yeah, the body was just an avatar. This is Chzo Mythos, his soul, because I'm in the spacesuit right now. I have gloves on. This is what must be destroyed.
So, can't you just, like, fling it into the void?
I can do one better.
Yeah, but didn't he say, like, destroying it will just spread the ashes everywhere?
He was thinking of fire.
Get plasmid.
That's the charisma.
Just like the police.
Yep. Yes, Bolo is aware of a plot point that we will learn about here in a bit.
You feeling confident, Whacker?
No.
Good.
So yeah, even after the ghost is dealt with, you can technically still die there if you forget to attach your safety.
Remember, kids, OSHA knows where you live.
Get yucked.
We do not need to save at this point, thankfully. Hey, where the hell do you come from?
These are space balls with red helmets.
We thought this ship was a total death zone. What's been going on here? You're from the Charisma? Off-world security. Who are you? I'm Jonathan Somerset, ship's counselor. Dr. Jonathan. Is that him, Sergeant? That's him. That's the guy. What? You are Dr. Jonathan Somerset, formerly of the University of Ganymede? Yes? Dr. Jonathan Somerset is 65 years old. And more to the point, he's dead. He was killed 6 months ago by an unknown assailant. He only discovered last week that an individual was using his identity. I didn't mean any harm. Take him away, Sergeant. I didn't mean to hurt him. I've been unemployed for 8 years. I just wanted to go into space. Let's go.
Fuck.
Another body in the brig, Lieutenant. Are we pinning them all on Somerset? Or whoever he is? I can't see any other conclusion, can you? What's with the box? No idea. It's empty.
Peeked out of it at the end there.
A hand came out of it at the end.
Oh.
So, that is the end of 7 Days a Skeptic, and thus part 2 of our tale. And we will begin part 3 here shortly. I'm going to take a quick bio break, but I'm going to first explain something. So we're going to learn something in the next game. It's not well announced, you can miss it, and it's what Bola was talking about when he said he is of the Trilby. Trilby's actual name is John Somerset.
Okay.
Who we were just playing there, Jonathan Somerset, not actually, is Trilby's descendant. So, this group of people, their descendants keep getting fucked with by this thing.
So, this is the Van, what's his name? Dracula.
The Van Helsing.
Van Helsing. This is the Van Helsing.
Yeah, or this is the Belmonts, as it were. So yeah, I'm going to take a quick bio break. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Whacker will sit here and unwind from that little bit of spoop, and Andy will make fun of him. Enjoy.
Proceed to point and laugh. Ha, 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 ha. So, yeah. He wasn't who he said he was the whole time, Whacker.
Don't get it, Andrew.
I think there were little telltale hints too, because sometimes he'd say like, "Oh, I don't understand," or "I don't know how to do that." I'm actually surprised you didn't go like, "What the fuck?"
Oh no, we have raiders. Hello, raiders.
Da, 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 da,
It is Puzzle and the Puzz crew. Hello, Puzzle. How are you? We are playing spoopy games. Yeah, man.
Spaceballs.
We're the space balls. Watch out! We're the
You're a
space balls.
baseball hero with stars in your eyes. But what do you think, Whacker?
I mean, these are.
All right, ladies and germs, I'm back.
God damn it.
Are you really?
Yes.
So, Storm, well, first of all, before we go to the next, are you going to like do any Easter eggs or anything? Or are you going to explain anything?
So the Easter eggs give spoilers for the next game, so we could go back at the end of all this and go through the Easter eggs.
Okay. Well, I'd like to ask one thing, if it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
So remember, as soon as you killed John Defoe, you threw the idol into the engines, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you tell Whacker what would happen if you kind of went inside first?
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
If you walk inside with the idol, you are suddenly wearing the apron and the mask, and you kill those two guys.
That's unpleasant.
Yeah.
It's like if Jason Voorhees had a phylactery of some sort.
Yeah, we'll do the Easter eggs and outtakes at the end of the whole series because there's some spoilers or some things that get confusing if you try to account for them, and then there's also a lot of Yahtzee's colorful commentary.
And a book sign-off.
Yes.
Read, Jam.
Okay. So, the next game is not going to follow the normal pattern of the names because it's not one of the 3 events. It's to the side. And that is the next game, Trilby's Notes.
Okay.
If it's the one I think it is, I think it's probably my favorite one.
The following documents are taken from the handwritten notes of Trilby, a special talent project field operative whose real name remains classified. Game over.
Game over, man.
Share it. Share it on Discord.
Oh, right. That was what I thought as I stood at and watched Defoe Manor collapse into a flaming ash. No one wins in this game, Silicon. The ordeal was over. Those 5 days cost us all so much. Philip and AJ paid with their lives. They were the fortunate ones. Jim Fowler was expelled for school for truancy, a bright future in tatters. Simone Taylor took to the bottle. Her broadcasts became slurred, her eyes hollow and unwelcome. She soon vanished from television screens. As for me, I tried to return to life as a cat burglar, but I'd been forever tainted by my time spent in that wretched house. The memories of my possession came back in nightmares every night I was there again in the mansion, staring through unfamiliar eyes as Philip died at my hands. I became convinced that John Defoe was not at rest, that someday he would return. I became so terrified of invisible enemies, I forgot the tangible ones. You can read, oh yeah, Trilby, caught! 2 slow, miserable years after Defoe Manor. A barrage of truncheon blows taught me the harsh lesson in reality, and I woke up in the kind of filthy cell I assumed would be my new home. But then he came, the man from the government with his nervous smile, offering an alternative. The Special Talent Project, or STP. It hadn't been that much earlier that I would have sooner died than entered obligation with anyone, least of all the government, had Defoe Manor changed me so much. Whatever my reasons, I left my past behind and resolved to give my new superiors nothing to complain about. I spent 1.5 years completing assignments, developing contacts, building a reputation, and then the past caught up. In the summer of 1997, I became concerned about Simone Taylor's mental well-being. The papers were reporting her continual breakdown, and she had become a virtual recluse. I had no idea if my appearance would assist or hinder. I had, after all, deliberately allowed her to think me dead. Presumably she knew differently now, after the media coverage of my arrest. But I would expect her to be bitter about my subterfuge. On balance, I decided that a meeting with an old friend would most likely be beneficial. I came to her apartment building on a warm, stormy night, and braced myself for the encounter.
A stormy night.
Yes.
Yes.
So this one is interesting because this one,
So this takes place in 97.
yes.
Yep.
I am not using my mouse here. I am using the keyboard on this one.
Wazda.
Because this one is a text parser.
Oh no.
A summer storm was raging outside. Light rain pattered against the glass. The gentle noise punctuated rumbles of coarse thunder.
You know, if I had a soundboard, like as soon as you got done reading that dark and dreary intro, I wanted like a clown nose sound to go off, like ha ha, and a slide whistle.
Yes, Silicon Soul, it is technology.
Technology. It is
I-
1997.
Yep. I knocked sharply on Simone's door.
God, Whacker. Remember seeing the Nintendo 64 at like Sears and shit?
Oh yeah, dude. I remember like old school 80s Toys R Us with all the Nintendo games along the aisle, and you had to like get the like the little slip.
Oh
and
yeah, I
take it
know.
up
But
to
I
the
mean,
counter
like,
to buy the games.
I mean, like when you were at Sears or something, and they're showing.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Storm.
Okay, anyway, Storm's playing.
No, that's okay. We're all going down nostalgia road. So, we've knocked 3 times and no answer, so assuming that she could be in trouble, we're just picking the lock at this point.
Sure.
I hope you're decent.
Why is the... Oh, it's dark. Oh, that don't look good. That doesn't look good. Nope. Turn light.
Undoubtedly, Simone. I felt for a pulse, and my hands came away stained with long, cooled blood. My fingers traced the outline of a large wound in her torso, slashed by a big weapon wielded by a big assailant. I called for an ambulance, as futile as it would be, and left before they arrived. Due to me being a clear murder suspect, I was relieved from duty for the week it took the Ministry of Occultism to inspect the flat and confirm supernatural activity. My superior simultaneously apologized and assigned me to investigate if there was a connection to the Defoe Manor incident. Merely reading those 3 words capitalized on the front of a loose leaf file brought the nightmares back with more intensity than ever. Sure enough, a field agent reported that looters had discovered and sold several artifacts from the mansion, including the wooden idol that housed John Defoe's soul. To my surprise, no murders had been reported or committed by anyone who had come into contact with the accursed trinket. I did not find this reassuring. I quickly advised James Fowler to go into hiding. He was stunned, but agreed. The boy had sense and still respected my judgment. This done, I began to follow the idol's trail. From the pawn shop, it had entered the possession of a professor named Abed Chehal. Ah, recognize that name, Whacker?
Yep, that would be the captain's ancestor.
Yep, an authoritative historian. He had scheduled some kind of antique fair in the Clembronwyn Hotel, on a small island off the coast of Anglesey, which I believe is in Ireland, popular with tourists. Assuming the role of a scholar of antiquities, I booked a room. So we're going to have a couple characters in this one. There's the other agent, who could be voiced by Andy or Whacker. There is the professor, who could be voiced by Andy or Whacker. And there is the woman we'll meet, who could be voiced by Andy or Whacker. You all vote.
I actually do need to step away for a few minutes. I need to bio break myself.
Okay.
So whoever I am voted to voice, you will instruct me when I return. So I will BRB a few minutes.
Oh, and Ninja Turtle wants you to know that you remember when the abacus was the hottest item everyone wanted.
I will be right back.
Aren't there some people that like only will ever use the abacus? They refuse to use calculators.
I mean, I believe so. At least at one time there were. So, on the 28th of July, 1997. Oh boy, we haven't seen that day before. I caught a ferry
Woo!
from Port Lishog in Ainsley and arrived around 3 p.m. in Clanbronwyn Island's coastal village. It seemed a peaceful hamlet, and in defiance of the stereotype the locals were welcoming, and told me no local legends to dissuade me from exploring the island. The Clanbronwyn Hotel was in the island's center, surrounded by forest. I made my way there on foot. Andy, you can be this guy.
Oh, Trilby, right?
As soon as I arrived, I was greeted by a balding man with a grey anorak.
Oh, just call me out, why don't you?
I wondered if I was expected to know who he was. That depends.
My name is Leckman. This is the Ministry of Occultism.
Oh. I thought the ministry were clear on the fact that I was handling this on my own.
Maybe there are still people who don't trust you, Mr. Trilby.
What? I haven't stolen anything since I joined the STP.
Your colorful past is not what concerns my superiors. It hasn't gone unnoticed that your history with a Defoe wraith influences you psychologically. I'm sure you resist it, but it can still cause you to act irrationally, disobey orders. Everyone just feels a little safer with somebody else in the ground.
I see. You can rest assured that I will endeavor to maintain absolute professionalism on this assignment.
Nevertheless, I have my orders. I would suggest you keep out of each other's way, then and propose separate investigation. I'm sure I don't want to get mixed up in a reunion.
Oh, and I accidentally skipped something.
God damn it! I just man, I wish I could do Fraser's voice.
Frasier.
He looked like Lennon.
Yep. The Clanbronwyn Hotel lobby was a warm welcome. The building was certainly well maintained, and there was something about it, and yet there was something about it that nagged the back of my mind, quickening my pulse. I dismissed the sensation, an act which, in retrospect, I would come to regret.
Hello, love!
Good evening, Terence Railby. I have a reservation. Ah, yes, you're here for the antique fair. We've put you in room 3C, just on the third floor, if you just like to sign the check-in book. Hello, Bentham. Just letting you know I'll be having my dinner in my room today. That's absolutely fine, Professor.
5 whole quails.
This, I decided, was what they called a golden opportunity. Professor Chahal? Yes? I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage. Railby, Terence Railby, we met at Sotheby's a few months ago. Oh, you don't remember me? No, of course I do. Terence Railby, how have you been? The astute reader has already guessed that both Terence Railby and the previous meeting were utter fiction. I had spent some time studying Chahal's movements and habits. He was, by all accounts, absent-minded, and that was something I could use. Well, thanks. I was hoping I'd run into you. I've heard interesting things about the items you're showcasing here. You remember I do freelance scouting for some wealthy collectors? Yes. Well, a client of mine's expressed an interest in relics from Defoe Manor in Buckinghamshire. He's been on my back for a while about it. Between you and me, he seems pretty obsessed. What remained of Professor Chahal's suspicion melted away from his expression as the opportunity to make money entered the conversation. I will have Whacker voice this character once he gets back, but Whacker is still whacking away.
Whacking, whacking.
Keep whacking, hacking, and macking. I'm sure I wouldn't want to do anything to damage your professional status. Would you like to come up to my room for drinks? Oh, I don't want to impose. No imposition at all. Please, follow me. Your room key, Mr. Railby. Ah, thank you. It's Tiggs! Everyone run.
Oh God, it's the bear!
Bear comes in. Abed, who's your friend? Oh, let me introduce you. This is my personal assistant, Shaban. She accompanies me on most of my excursions. Shaban, this is Mr. Railby, an old acquaintance. He's looking for information on Defoe Manor artifacts. Oh, really? Him and half the people we meet. What is it about that place? Never underestimate the attraction of a mystery, my dear. Please take a seat, Terry. I'll be right with you.
Okay, takes a chair and leaves the room.
So I'll have you do Shaban's voice.
Who's Shaban again? The girl?
Yep. Interested in ghost stories, eh? The girl struck me as a forceful personality. I gave the matter some thought before replying. Not really, I'm just scouting on behalf of a client, like I told the professor.
Huh. You know, it's strange to see someone as young as you in the antiques trade. And come to think of it, I thought only old men dressed like that. No offense meant.
None taken. Didn't catch your last name.
It's Nelly.
Shaban O'Malley.
Now, couldn't you be more Irish if I tried, could it?
Sorry to keep you waiting, dear boy. Now then, what shall we talk about?
Ask about these nuts!
Oh my gosh, I can't remember.
Idols?
Tell me, does a huge man in a welding mask and leather apron mean anything to you? Not really, should it? Never mind. It's a small African figurine that my client wants me to look into. Resembling a rather ugly little tribal god. That whole thing. Honestly, despite its age, it's virtually valueless. That's what I said, but my client is very insistent. He's interested in the paranormal, and the idol features in some of the more unlikely accounts of the Defoe Manor incident. I don't suppose I should ask questions if this man of yours wants to take it off my hands. I don't have it on me right now. It's being kept in the hotel safe. Perhaps we can work out a deal after the fair? I had intended to display it with the other Defoe artifacts. Inwardly, I just wanted to get this mission completed as fast as possible. But I didn't want to risk suspicion, or give off the wrong impression.
I return.
Okay, so we have just met, oh right, you left just as we met the professor,
Okay.
who is the ancestor of the captain. We just met his assistant, Shaban. She's a little Irish lady. We have cast you as the professor here, so let that be noted. Trilby took advantage of the fact that the professor, according to his records, is a rather absent-minded individual and basically conned his way into being like, oh yeah, we've met before, you don't remember me, do you? Oh, of course I remember you. So, like, that kind of thing, tricking him with his own, politeness.
Okay.
So now we're talking to him, and he is, a Diggs Defoe icon. That'd be terrifying. We're talking about the idol, and Trilby is saying that the value is really not the important thing. My employer is interested in all matters of occult, and the idol features in some of the more exotic stories that come out of the Defoe Manor incident. So we're basically kind of stringing this guy along with the idea that he could possibly sell us some of the artifacts for money.
So this guy bought the stuff, and is he not really a scientist or historian type? He's just or is he just doing this stuff on this? Is he selling illicit shit on the side, or what's the
He's
deal?
selling illicit shit on the side. He is an actual professor of history, so he is interested in this as the Defoe family is like an old family in England, but obviously, as he doesn't realize there's more at play here, we of course know that, but we can't let on.
I see.
And also the just before you left, or after you left, we ran into another agent who I had Andy voice, who's from the Ministry of Occultism, who says that they are keeping another agent on the ground because they're not sure if Trilby's psyche is completely sound. And so there's another agent running around in the background.
Okay.
I didn't want to risk suspicion or giving off the wrong impression. That'll be fine. So, just out of interest, what else have you picked up from the mansion? Odds and ends, basically. Some silverware and ceramics, most of a burnt rocking chair, and the painting, of course.
Wait a minute, don't you want me to voice him?
Oh, right.
Landscape from a what? Of little artistic value, but the artist features prominently in Defoe's British colourful history.
Matthew Defoe.
That's him, yes. Bethan, she runs the hotel. She asked me if she could display it in the lobby.
Instantly, I recalled the sick feeling I had felt in the lobby. I had seen the painting, but had paid it little heed. So that painting that kept changing in the background?
With the guy standing in it?
Yeah. Oh. You've gone rather pale. What? I'm sorry.
You won't.
Just got distracted by my thoughts for a moment. Remember, Andy, you're Shaban.
Lost in history, I might.
Something like that.
Oh, fucking hell!
Mr. Rilby,
The hell was that?
What the hell is what? You were just sitting there, then you all stiff like you see a ghost.
You didn't see it?
see what, Mr. Rilby?
I'm sorry, I have to go. Something's wrong.
Keep you company then, mate.
We'll see you later, maybe? Boy, oh boy, Whacker, you're in for a ride.
Gee.
My head was spinning and a sudden nausea churned in my gut. The world seemed to be pulsating, the corners of the room wavering like a heat haze.
Pulsating.
Whacker, have you played any of the Silent Hill games?
His body is here, his soul is not.
Storm. No.
You may say I imagined these things, and I thought that that must have been the case. Was I going out of my mind? Was the hotel really changing into some nightmarish twin? Was I the only one who could see it? If I was hallucinating, it was too complex. The harsh wooden floor beneath my feet felt real enough. The horrendous stench of rotting flesh that reached my nostrils could not have been conjured by my mind. I decided I had to find John Defoe's idol as soon as possible. If not that, then at least the painting Chahal had mentioned. I was convinced that some connection lay between Defoe Manor and this sudden madness.
Oh my god.
His soul is here, but the body is not.
Oh my god.
Hey, Whacker, how are you with body horror?
Oh my god.
The situation had reached the point I felt when politeness was to be done away with. The door was stuck shut. Chzo.
Chzo? Wait a minute. Are we going to encounter Samus?
Blood spattered every wall and surface in the room, as if someone had lost a fight with some horrible beast here. Metal tables and some kind of stone altar all showed evidence of recent slaughter. A mangled old sofa stood in the corner.
Stick your hand in that hole in the floor.
I really don't like what they've done with the place.
You don't like Alice Silent Hill 2?
It's super spoopy.
Storm Song. That's what we need to play with Whacker on Halloween.
Believe me, this is the only horror game I'm ever probably going to play on this channel. At least for now.
Well, no, you've already threatened to play another horror game.
The body was that of a young, muscular man. I hazarded, and was wearing some kind of old-fashioned military uniform, complete with blue tunic and riding boots. More to the point, his head was missing, and his hands were worn down to bloody wads of flesh and bone.
Ugh.
I noticed a collection of handwritten pages on the floor near his body. They appeared to be entries from a diary. July 18th. Felicia and I took shelter from the storm in the decrepit old hotel in the forest. It seems to be completely deserted, so we bedded down on the floor of the lobby for the night. It is so peaceful here. The noise of the storm seems far away. 19th. Exploring the hotel, it has become increasingly clear that the place is not as innocent as it first seemed. We found ancient corpses and evidence of terrible deeds in several of the rooms. The storm has cleared, and we intend to leave as soon as possible. 20th. I'm certain now that devilry is at work. Every path we take through the forest brings us back to the hotel. We spent a whole day trying routes, to no avail. Felicia keeps talking of a demon she fancies she saw in the hotel kitchen last night. 21. Felicia is dead. I was too late to help her. I saw her murderer just as she did. Perhaps I will be next. I am beginning to understand. 23. The murderous figure in black, the one whose body is savagely stretched into a mockery of form, is not the architect of this nightmare. Father, this is the work of that hideous lord of the Forbidden Lands. Gods forgive me.
Rather.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, you're right. 25th. I built a shrine to my captor in the lobby in an attempt to appease it. Nothing has changed. I have no more food. The horror is starting to affect my mind. I am certain my mind is going. I imagined for a moment that the hotel had changed, had become finely decorated and welcoming as it must have once been in the past. I blinked, and it returned to its normal, hateful self. The next few pages were sprinkled with blood, obscuring some of the text. August 1st. What is his relationship to that disgusting beast? Is he a servant or a prisoner? Sometimes he acts alone. Sometimes at the behest of a higher power. What does he want from me? August 3. He is after me now. I must have done wrong. August 4th.
It hurts. Final Fantasy VII Cloud in the hot tub with all the lifters. It hurts.
That was the last readable entry. I decided not to take them with me. They were covered in blood and all stuck together.
Hey, you think those dirty deeds were done dirt cheap?
Dirty deeds, and they're done with sheep?
Cyanide.
The lobby...
High voltage!
The lobby, too, had become tainted, and the painting I sought was absent. Presumably, it only existed in the hotel's normal form.
So this is another, like, self-aware, cursed fucking building is what he's in.
Possibly.
And it's whispering to us. I really don't like it whispering to me.
If that was the case, I needed to find a way back there, or dispel the hallucination, if this truly was all in my mind. At this stage, I was beginning to wonder if this really was all John Defoe's doing. It didn't seem his style somehow. But what other evil could possibly be the culprit?
Wow, look at that guest book. Clap Bonnie Hell Hill.
What, Whacker? Do you not like it when evil whispers sweet nothings into your ear? Yes.
No.
And as it said in the journal, right back to the front of the hotel. The two heads on the right were decayed down to their skulls, but the one on the left was very much fresh, its features made unfamiliar by the torment it had undergone.
That's lovely.
Excuse me, sir. Have you seen my skin?
Body had been found flayed.
Yeah.
Broken fingernails. They were alive at least partway through the procedure.
This is a very juicy place.
Yes.
Oh, but at least we could play Doom.
Even if it were working in order, I had far better things I could be doing.
Is that a painting or a window of the guy behind us?
That is a painting.
Okay. I don't. Oh no! Oh my!
6-inch nails through the body. It feeds.
Not 9-inch nails.
Do you have a license for that skin, Governor? Alright then, hand it over. Oh my god, that's upsetting.
Storm, this is the first day of my last days. Build it up. Now take it apart. Did you climb up real high? What did you do that?
Confessions of a Ladder Maker. Either they're decorating early or they just never put down the past decorations.
Priest or prisoner, acolyte or slave.
Why not both?
So yeah, this is the early wandering part of the game where I'm getting to know the place.
This is not a very happy place.
No.
It's not. It's not.
Worse, it smells like those dried flower leaves that like old ladies keep in the side of their house.
Man, not man.
It's stuck shut because of congealed blood. Confessions of a Ladder Maker. This hotel is not getting a good Yelp review.
Yep.
But it will get a Yelp.
Bloodstained stone altar replaces the bed. Chzo, love me. Okay, so I know what we're looking for next. I'm trying to remember where we find it. Andy, feel free to have the guide on hand, because I certainly enjoy putting Whacker through hell, but not too much hell. Oh, 60 people are here to watch Whacker get a heckin' spook.
Watch the guy just like slip on the blood.
Trying to remember. Door's stuck shut. Okay, so whatever I'm looking for is somewhere, but not us. Plop, clip, plop, clip, plop, clip, plop. I have...
Don't-
Oh, lockpicks. That's right.
Andy, what do the things whisper to you? What do they say? Andy, what do the whisperings say to you?
Yes, you
What
are
did
right.
they-
Confession, save early, save often.
I'm trying to listen. Destroy Whacker. Destroy Whacker.
His body is here, but his soul is not. In keeping with the alternate hotel's theme, the furniture looked like someone had hurled against them with absolute fatal force. Lying on the bar was in a pool of gore was a pair of long-nosed pliers. Ah, there we go. Take pliers. They were rusty but functional. I took them with me. Okay, I remember what to do now.
There.
Cares.
Wrong door.
Oh, right. The nails were hammered into the boards too far. I couldn't get them out.
Excuse me, sir. My friends seem to have kept me hanging around, if you know what I mean. Mind to give me a hand?
Use pliers to lower body. Use pliers on nails. The pliers were ideal for removing the nails. We are seeing visions.
I am the ghost of Christmas emo.
Look at sink. The right sink was full of blood. The left was merely dirty.
Look in mirror. It's that smile, the one that you can never get rid of.
The cracks and stains twisted my reflection. Contrary to everything else in the hotel, it was completely clean, slightly alarmingly. It was addressed to me.
No.
That's what it says on the side. Good job, Whacker.
Baffled, I took the envelope. It was strangely bulky, and tore it open. A white pill bottle and a note fell out of my hand, or into my hand. I here enclose the note with this report. Andy, you read this?
Surely, if you're reading this, then you too have seen the hotel change. At present, I have no idea what the alternative hotel is part of the ethereal realm or some kind of construct, a pocket dimension. There is a definitive correlation between one's level of agitation and one's tendency for fragility shift.
To reality shift.
Fear is your enemy. It leaves you shining like a beacon for whatever evil brought us into this place. Enclosed is a bottle of tranquilizers from my personal first aid kit. When you find yourself shifting into the other place, take a pill and try to calm down, and the real hotel will return. Do not let it concern you. I am researching the phenomenon. Your task is to find the foe. Good luck, Agent Lickman.
Linkman's letter raised more questions than it answered. I pocketed the pill bottle.
Oh my.
Hesitantly, I tipped a tranquilizer into my palm and swallowed it without water. It quickly took effect. I felt anxiety lift from the pit of my stomach. My dismal surroundings seemed to feel less imposing. Then I felt that strange sensation again, a lightheadedness and a detachment as the world around me began to quiver.
Oh. Oh,
Quiver with anticipation.
Very nice.
I don't like it.
Stoka Zola.
Zola. Was there a note on the game?
Maybe?
Or is that a reflection?
Might be.
Let me say, I was going to say out of order.
White card on the screen declared it was out of order. You have just entered the Trilby Zone.
Oh shit, the painting!
As I stepped closer, I could feel sound becoming muffled and my head spinning, as if I were about to faint. My hand, as if pulled by an invisible string, reached out towards the clumsy brushstrokes.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
Defoe Manor, July 28th, 1821. Matthew Defoe is 15 years old today. He is excitedly putting the finishing touches to a painting, which his father commented on encouragingly. The first time he has ever been supportive of Matthew's artistic leanings. Matthew is now convinced that his father is lifting from the mysterious depression that has plagued him for as long as either of them can remember. Now he intends to make the painting absolutely perfect before showing it again. Knock, knock. Master Matthew, Sir Roderick has requested your presence in the trophy room. Thank you, James. And if you'd be so good to inform him that I will now be retiring for the night. Very good, James.
God, why does everybody just fucking stomp everywhere?
Oh, there. Let me introduce my son, Matthew. Okay, Whacker, you get to be Mr. Defoe. Andy, you get to be the other guy. This is my friend, Mr. Smith.
Okay, which guy am I?
Left. Andy, you're right.
Well, just a scholar, hardly even that. Just someone with an interest in the subject. This is you, Wack.
He's offered to assess the figurine I brought back from my travels.
I'm the.
I wasn't aware that you had a family, Sir Roderick. Is your wife home, too?
Today, Belinda is no longer with us.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Quite all right. You couldn't have known. She succumbed to an illness shortly after Matthew was born.
I've finished the painting I showed you, Father.
Good. Well, Mr. Smith, what do you think of the piece?
It's an intrigued little puzzler, actually. The design is reminiscent of a few Central African tribe gods I'm aware of. But to be honest, I've never seen anything like this before.
Shut up, no talk.
May I ask how you acquired it?
I'm glad you asked. It was 20 years ago when I was a younger man on my first travels to the Dark Continent. Oh, God. We were traveling along the west coast when our bear spotted a ship that had run aground. It was an English clipper named the Sea Angel, and a short exploration revealed that every single crewman had just disappeared. Of course, we immediately sent a letter to the nearest embassy to report the finding. But the point is, we was in the lowest deck of the ship. I found the very figurine you see right there.
What an extraordinary tale. But how do you account for there being an African artifact carving on a British vessel?
We were confused as you are. It wasn't a slave trading vessel, but there must have been a Negro on the... Jesus Christ.
Right, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. There is some language in this.
It has been a personal mystery of mine ever since. I was hoping you could shed a little light on the... I mean, it is period accurate,
Yeah.
so...
Mm-hmm. No, I should have warned you about that, Whacker. I know how it is to just kind of read through something.
I haven't even begun to recount the strange events that have surrounded this artifact. Would you care for a glass of brandy?
Thank you. That would be most kind.
Matthew, fetch a brandy from the kitchen and some glasses.
Yes, Father. Above the sideboard there's a row of assorted utensils and knives, and someone had left a brown leather apron on the kitchen table.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, you know what room this is.
Yeah.
Matthew took the brandy bottle and a pair of appropriate glasses. Bang, bang. Hello. You haven't tried to speak to me in a while. I did another painting today. I showed it to Father, and he said it was promising. I keep trying to tell him about you, but he never listens. You haven't knocked for me in so long I was beginning to wonder. Hey, do you want to see my painting? I'm just not sure how I'd get it through the door. Pushing the painting under. Just give it back when you're finished.
How dare you, sir? You intrude on my hospitality and insult my judgment?
That's Father.
Get out of my house, you worm!
Sorry, that's your line whacker, but I knew you wouldn't really know if it was supposed to be you.
That's fine.
Father? Father, what happened? I heard shouting.
That told me some rubbish about my figurine. He said the only tribe it could have come from all died of slavery years ago. Actually had the nerve to accuse me of buying from a forger.
I'm sorry, Father.
What are you apologizing for? Where's the damn brandy?
I've got it here.
Give it to me!
I'll go back to my room, Father.
Show me your painting.
Father?
You said you had a painting. Show it!
I can't, Father.
Why not?
Because
Come on, why not? Out with it!
I gave it to the boy behind the door.
You fucking what, mate? I see.
Father?
Go back to your room, boy. I have to write my diary entry.
Yes, Father. An hour of silence passed, and Matthew grew concerned about his father. Strangely, the most disturbing thing had been Sir Roderick's reaction to Matthew mentioning the boy behind the door. In the past, this had usually provoked a violent rage, or an instant flat denial. Matthew wondered what sort of anxiety was going through his father's mind. Smash. Father, what are you doing?
No. Oh.
Right, trigger warning everyone for just about everything. He was confused by his reluctance. He peered cautiously through and saw a set of rough stone steps leading down to some kind of basement.
I should have done this the moment you came into this world, demon child. May God forgive me for having a part in your creation.
Father,
Jesus.
what are you doing?
Do you see what you've done? I didn't want him to see this. Do you see what you've done?
Father!
Holy what?
Boo! Ah! My apologies, dear boy. I couldn't resist. You look so lost in that painting, I don't think you even saw me come in.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, is everything all right, Terry?
Oh my God.
We're gonna let Whacker, we're gonna let Whacker recover for a second there.
Oh my God.
And yes, Durberger, it was his waifu figurine. They're furious.
He told him
Yes,
it wasn't an actual
everything's-
GW miniature.
Everything's fine. It's just, for a moment I thought I saw... Never mind. Shaban and I were talking about you after you ran out of the room. Or sorry, this is you, Wacker.
I said you seemed like something was making you terribly anxious. Frankly, I think that's still the case.
I'm okay, really I am.
Well, if you're sure.
I was certain my mind was not playing tricks on me. I had been back there, in the Defoe manor looking through the eyes of Matthew. I had seen the events that had created John Defoe. I saw his death at the hands of Sir Roderick, that terrible, violent end that would bring him back as that awful wraith. But somehow, seeing that event, it was clear to me that there was more to this than a ghost of one retarded youth. There had been something very wrong about that idol, even before it was used to destroy John Defoe. A name stood out in my memory, the Sea Angel, the name of the ship on which Sir Roderick had found the figurine. I now had a lead. Professor, do you know anything about a ship called the Sea Angel? You know? Oh.
Funny you should mention that name. There's a really old wooden chisel among the Defoe Manor artifacts, and the word Sea Angel are carved into the handle.
Where's the chisel?
Out on display in the convention hall next to the dining room. What's this all about, Terry?
It's nothing. It's just a little side project of my clients want me to get onto. Thank you for your help.
No problem. Take care. Oh, God. Is the Sea Angel a slaver?
So, no, and I'm going to spoil this ahead of time because I forgot that this game gets into that subject, and again, it deals with it respectfully, but it's a heavy subject all the same. The Sea Angel was one of the British Corsairs, which were, after Britain outlawed slavery, the British ships that would take down slaver ships.
It was a clipper, if I remember he said.
Yeah, clipper is the right word. Corsairs were the slaver ships they were hunting.
So it was a illegal slave ship hunter. Okay.
No, these were now official. This was by the point where Britain had outlawed slavery within the empire.
Right, but you said this was the Sea Angel was a ship that hunted down slavers.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Sorry, I thought you meant to imply that the hunting of the slavers was illegal at this point.
No. They'd probably still get letters of marque for that kind of shit, because that was still a thing back in the day.
Yeah. Check painting. I was frankly astonished that Matthew Defoe's painting had survived the immolation of the manor. Someone had stuck a piece of paper under the frame, perhaps for me to find. It was a page from a religious book I wasn't familiar with. I here enclose it with these notes. Victim 5, the child. The fifth man who desired judgment was the child, whose father held the carving of the slave. The prince came to him and was at once rightly pleased with what he found, for the house of the child and his father already knew well the name of the king. And as the prince watched, the child was thrown down by his father and broken with the wood of the prince's soul. But as the child's body, mind, and soul began to drift apart, the prince held them together, and he said, "You are the child, and to you I grant power. For I see in you the potential that will grant my father, the king, his greatest wish. You shall be not of the land of technology, nor of the realm of magic, but of both. And thus you shall form the bridge. And across the bridge the king shall come to bring his message to the men of technology. Through you, child, the bridge will come, and thus I name you the bridge keeper." And the prince touched the child, and he was the bridge keeper, and his three aspects were granted power, so that his soul would join with the prince's soul in the wood of the tree. And the bridge keeper rose up and threw down his father and threw down his brother, and truly did they know the name of the king. And into the house of his father went the body and the mind and of the bridge keeper.
Huh.
Pick up that shotgun shell.
Reception desk. one of the papers and materials. Somebody appeared to have left a matchbox on the desktop. Only one match left. I took it anyway.
Oh, I thought it was a shotgun shell. You okay, Whacker? It'll make sense later. It's okay, Whacker. Have some Malort.
No.
Come on, open up.
I hadn't had cause to crack safes for some time, but my hands instantly went into automatic, the thieving mindset returning like an old friend. When the job was done and the safe opened, my nostalgia faded into puzzlement when I found it empty. Just for once, I'd like to crack a safe and actually contain something. Is that so much to ask?
I don't like.
Time to take Whacker back to the sanatorium. No Malord emote. Opgear screams in squick and crow. There was virtually nothing on the desk, and it lacked a chair. Obviously, very little work actually done here. A single shelf was the home of a large number of dust-covered binders and papers.
Vintage aged corpse Malort.
What? Dude. I want to know. I don't like it.
It's spoopy, Sperry. The air in the hotel office was swimming with dust, and the proprietors clearly felt that record-keeping was more of a formality than a necessity. The corner of the room was a diminutive but sturdy steel safe.
Didn't you say that time was kind of a significant factor in these games?
Yes. Oh, God, Mr. No Talk, no! Okay. So we are going to save here, because it is 3 minutes from close.
No.
It hurts.
And we will continue our investigation in Trilby's notes into what happened at Defoe Manor.
Oh, God.
And why Clan Bronwyn Hotel is now the subject of this haunting.
So, are there only 3 games in the series? Is it a trilogy?
No, there are 4 games. This is a side game that was made after the trilogy was completed. But it technically takes place at this point in the chronology.
So you're not playing them chronologically based on release. You're playing them chronologically based on story?
Yes.
Okay.
It's kind of like a 2.5 game.
Yeah, because...
It's like Rogue.
Because, so the technical order in which these are supposed to be played isn't the human chronological order. It is the spiritual chronological order.
Okay.
Because spirits move in and out of time. So.
Okay.
That is where we will end it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you for coming to the Storm Song Show. Be ready to watch Helzakar here in about an hour. We thank you all for coming. Say goodbye. Go Ice.
Bye. I think you killed the stream, dude.
No, I didn't. I killed the game. Also,
Oh.
Andy screamed. Anyways, I love you all. Farewell.
Toodles.
Toodles. Bye.